what's going on, everyone? I am Andy, aka Blackamore, and I'm joined by the legend himself, Danny Clayton, all the way from Logitech. Get ready for another Power Hour episode as we get into Danny's first games, his favorite games, how he got into the industry, leading him to Logitech, and his very own podcast, ROI or Die. Grab a snack, grab a drink, put your feet up, because this is episode 139 of the
Streamcast.
Hey, what's going on? Hello and welcome to the Streamcast, bringing people together through gaming since 2018, making gaming fun again. I am Blackamora, aka Andy. No one likes to call me Blackamora, but that's okay. That's okay. It's cool. It's cool. But I'm here with Danny, and everyone likes to call Danny because he's a very important man. How are you doing?
Yeah, I made my handle the same as my name, made it easier.
That's smart. That's someone who was thinking about this as a profession.
And I'm good, thank you.
Glad to hear it. Yes, I have wanted this on for a long time because it's always a pleasure when we're fortunate enough to be invited to these very exclusive Logitech masterclasses. We always have a great conversation. You're a fountain of knowledge, and your panels are always very, very insightful. So I'm happy to have stolen you for my own podcast. So hopefully get some of that knowledge here tonight.
Hopefully I can drop some knowledge bombs.
Let's go. Yes. And shout out Reese, the phenomenal one. How are you doing, bro? First one in the door. So obviously I've tried to do as good an intro of you as I can, but for anyone who doesn't know who you are, would you like to give them a quick rundown of who you are and what you do?
Yeah, you did a good intro. I appreciate it. I'm Danny. I look after all things marketing for Logitech G in the UK. So literally anything you see from Logitech G in the UK is usually come via me or my team. So be that a creator doing something, an ad, one of them annoying Facebook ads, probably me. But yeah, like that, everything that comes via them events. We were just talking about DreamHack. Like that was I said it was like I felt like I had a hangover. It was so busy. But yeah, that anything like that comes from G, the brand in the UK, comes via me or the guys in my team. So yeah, that's what I do. I've been doing that for 4 years now, I think. Actually, I think it's like 4 years, like next week or something. I've been doing it, gaming specific. I've been at Logitech like 8 years doing some other stuff. And before that, worked at some other cool brands as well. Mainly always done like influencer market, or I hate that word, but like everyone knows what it means. But like influencer or social media is kind of like my background, like specific, like that kind of thing, which is why I really enjoy talking about this stuff, because I just find it interesting as well. I'm the same as you. I could just ask questions and listen to people talk about this stuff all day.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And I will definitely be doing that. I'm going to be taking the role of the annoying person asking questions. But one more thing. And you mentioned DreamHack, the phenomenal one, I believe, was also there. A very dope guy. So I'm glad to hear it was so fun, especially for their first go at it, right? Very cool to have some gaming focused events, especially outside of London, because obviously as a Londoner, I'm biased and I want everything to be in London. But I do appreciate that there are other cities and towns in the country, and they also deserve some love, and they also love gaming. So it's good to share the love. Shout out to DreamHack, and Format as well as another really good one that holds a nice convention outside of London. So big up to them. But yeah, this isn't about DreamHack, nor is it about Format. It's about Danny. And first of all, happy anniversary, 4 years. Hope you celebrate that with a big one. But let's take it all the way back before your 4 years in Logitech G and your 8 years at Logitech altogether, all the way back to young Danny. Everyone has a origin story. I like to compare gamers to superheroes or supervillains, in my case. Do you remember your first ever video game and console?
I remember my first, I had to really think about this because I couldn't remember what console it was on. But my mum, this is how old I am, my mum used to have a Commodore 64.
Oh, that's so sick.
Yeah, I know.
I love that.
I wish we still had it. And there was a Terminator game, Judgment Day, on that. And I remember vividly, you used to have to ride the motorbike, and you know the bit in Judgment Day where like the Terminator chases them down the don't know, it was like the LA River style thing, like with the truck and they're on the bike. You used to have to be the bike and stay away from the truck. My first game in memory is playing that when I was like, I must have been 5. Like I probably should not have been playing Terminator at all. I had no idea what it was or what. Or like, I don't know. I think I actually watched that film quite young. I love that. It's one of my favorite films. But my actual first, I've got that memory. But my actual first, I think after that, not long after that, we got a Mega Drive, and I was just absolutely Sonic mad. Like, yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog was like the first game that I like. And again, I think I got my mum to thank for that. She was obsessed with that. That and Bomberman. I was about to say waste. No such thing in gaming. I used to otherwise it'll be a waste, right? I used to spend so much time on Sonic and Bomberman. Mega Bomberman, I seem to remember. But yeah, but my first memory is that Terminator game, which I had to Google to check that I wasn't like tripping a little bit. But yeah, it was on the Commodore 64 and it was Terminator Judgment Day. So that's the first game. But like, yeah, Mega Drive, Sonic, like that's the thing that got me hooked on gaming, I'd say.
That is so cool. That makes so much sense as to why we get on, by the way, because I'm a big Sonic guy too.
There you go.
Yeah, I think Sonic Adventure was my first Sonic game. So ever since then, I don't know what it is about Sonic, but there is this isn't the first time I've heard Sonic got me into gaming, or Sonic was like the light bulb moment where I knew I'd be locked in for life with this pastime. So very cool. I think Terminator sounds really cool as a video game. I would have loved to have played that. But
yeah, you can find a video. I found a video instantly of someone playing it on YouTube. So you can find a video of it and look at it. It's the most like 16-bit. I was about to say 8-bit, but like just like pixels moving kind of thing. But it was enough that like it still looked like Terminator, if that makes sense. But you know, when it was still like the graphics were a bit, well, I don't know. I feel like those things are kind of like of the time. They always look really cool. Yeah, you know what I mean,
yeah. I feel like it's definitely one of those ones where, because of how far gaming has advanced, now retroactively or retrospectively, we do feel like, oh, these games in the 90s and 80s don't look so clean. But I would still maintain, for the time, they look pretty sweet. I've been playing quite a lot of PS2 games lately, and some of them still look really, really good, even though it's a bit more dark, it's a bit more rustic, it's a bit more pixelated. But, I can tell
still
what's going on. Yeah,
still play it. That's the ultimate thing, right? You can stick it up and have fun, then it must have been a good game. Like I think I played Bomberman about 5 years ago, and I was like, this is still actually super addictive. Like, I think I wasted, like I said, so much time on that. I think we completed it like 5-6 times easy. But yeah, no, I think that game still had me hooked, even now.
I'm with you, because that's me and GoldenEye on the Nintendo 64. Like anytime I play that game, I'm like, this is fun. This is honestly the most fun I've had with a gun in a game, and it's and it's so fun how, like, even though there are tons of mechanical barriers compared to like your more clean games nowadays, it's still a lot of fun for me. So I think the classic vibe and the fun factor of video games, especially back then, something that's really underappreciated and underrated.
Yeah, it's like the playability of it. Like, is it just playable and fun? Like, as long as it's got that. Look at Pong. I think you could fire up Pong, and me and you probably sit there and have a game and have a laugh with it, because it's just so playable. It's like easily playable. I think that's a lot of the time. Like sometimes they're the best games, right? It's just like pick up and go. Yeah. It's funny you said GoldenEye. Yeah. I won't spoil it, but like that's going to come up in conversation definitely.
Oh, interesting. Well, it's almost like we have a
foreshadowing.
Yeah, we got a flow to these episodes here. So from your first game or games, you talk about Terminator Judgment Day, which is a great film, by the way. Talk about Sonic on the Mega Drive. You talk about Mega Bomberman. What are your favorite 5 games?
I kind of put them in order, so I'll go backwards. These are normally like grounded in, I think, everything from like albums to movies to like games. A lot of it is grounded to me like in the moment I was in, almost, as well as like It's not just the game. It's like who I was playing it with or what I was doing or like, do you know what I mean? Like albums are my favorite albums because I don't know, you met your other half when you were listening to that album, or do you know what I mean? Your friends went on a cool trip and like that was the album of the trip. Like I feel like that with games sometimes. So like if I at number 5, Left 4 Dead.
Ooh, okay.
If you've ever played it, like a zombie game.
Yeah.
But you could play, this was like 12 years ago on Xbox, maybe older than that. And my friend's mum and dad went to see his sister who lived in Australia at the time. And it was like free house. We moved the whole like living room. We were in a band at the time. So we moved the whole living room around, set up like all our gear in there, moved the whole dining room around and made that like a gaming room. They were away for like 6 months. I'm still not even sure to this day if they know that we did this. But we moved the whole house around basically. 2 screens back to back, 2 Xboxes, like land up. And Left 4 Dead, you could play with 4 people at once, like co-op. So there was 4 of us in the band. And we just used to play music really loud and then awful punk music. And then when it got to later in the day and you couldn't make as much noise, we'd play Left 4 Dead for like 5-6 hours to the point where when the Xbox used to like burn the discs if you like nudged it or whatever. Remember that?
Yeah.
The Ring of Death or whatever it was on the actual disc. I think we bought it 2 more times, like because we got like halfway through and then knocked the Xbox and burned the disc and then had to go and buy it. And we were just like enjoying it so much. We were like, another 50 quid, never mind, just go and get one because we were just having the best time on the game. It was so fun. It was really fun. And you had to kind of work together. Yeah, it's just a good fun, good times playing it in the dark, like and stuff. Zombie games is always fun. Yeah, so that one's number 5. Good game for people. If you've got friends that you want to play something fun, that's just super fun. I think it's still on a Game Pass. And then number 4, Pokemon Red.
Ooh,
I think it was Red.
Okay.
Game Boy. Mine I'm going to jump around consoles as well here. So Left 4 Dead was 360. Pokemon Red on Game Boy. Just again, like I think I had a Mega Drive and then I got Game Boy, which I've still got somewhere in this mess of a
That's so cool.
office. I've got the yellow. I've got Pokemon. It's not color, but it's like when they did the color versions. I lost my original one, which is like the proper grey chunky boy one, and then I've got like the slimmer yellow one that I've still got, and I've still got like 5 or 6 games. I nearly put. I kind of picked one from each like console, but I nearly put the Jurassic Park game on Nintendo on Game Boy. Sorry, is legit. Like the Jurassic Park game, if you can get that. I've still got that. It's really, again, that's just really playable. I don't know why. But yeah, Pokemon Red, number 4. And then this one's a bit of a wild one, but Pro Evolution Soccer. I think I spent so much time when I was younger. Before this, like Pro Evo was like before FIFA was what everyone played. And I think I spent so much time after school just absolutely at my friends just playing Pro Evo. Like that was it. That was every night for probably about 4 years. It was stupid. We didn't play anything else for like a bit. And it was so competitive, slightly toxic, but between four guys in a room, like not toxic down the mic, toxic literally in each other's faces.
Right.
Yeah, like as you do when you're young and stuff like that's fun and it's just your mates. So yeah, that's number 3, just because I spent so much time on it. I think I could have said FIFA as well. I spent so much time playing FIFA. But I was kind of going favorite, like playable.
Yeah.
2, you can insert any 1, 2, or 3 number into the end of this, but Gears of War.
Okay.
I think the Xbox 360 was the first console I bought with my money. And I bought it when I used to work at HMV way back in the day, probably like 18 years ago. That's how I kind of got started in this kind of space. But yeah, I was working there and I think I'd been there a couple of months and I saved up and then I bought an Xbox 360 with Gears of War and 2 controllers. And I remember going home, my brother's a couple of years younger than me. And I think that had that sick trailer for Gears of War, the first one, with Mad World, the like song, really like eerie song with the trailer. And it just looked like nothing else. It was really cinematic, the trailer. And I remember being like, I need that game. So I literally saved up, bought an Xbox with my own money, bought Gears of War, 2 controllers. Used to be able to play that like co-op as well. Just went home, me and my brother just absolutely hammered that game. And then the second one came out, we did the same thing. And then someone asked me what I was playing the other week, and I was like, I've got one of our Logitech G Clouds, and it's on Game Pass, and they put all the Gears on there. And I hadn't finished free, so I'm playing Gears of War free when I get a minute at the moment.
Nice.
So that's how much I liked Gears of War, and so it's just again, it's got like a core memory in my head with like my brother. And then number one, GoldenEye.
Yes,
the greatest game ever made. And
it's so good.
Oh my god, I've got an N64 and GoldenEye and Mario. That's it. That's 2 games. That's it. I think it's all you need.
I was going to say that's what you really need.
Yeah, on N64, 2 controllers. Well, I need 4 controllers really, but the problem is you put it on your massive TV and it just doesn't come out right. I need to get like an old TV or something, a box TV, because it only looks right on that because of the screen size. It only looks right on there. I think I put it on like a 52-inch TV or something.
Oh, that's amazing!
Looks so trippy. But yeah, GoldenEye was the of its day. That was the one. Like I can remember like even having conversations with my dad and his mates about GoldenEye and like how to complete levels and stuff like that. Like everyone was playing GoldenEye. That was like the COD of the day. Like that was like
for sure.
Everyone played that game. Do you know what I mean? Like that was just such a, and the multiplayer was just elite. Like I don't think there's been a better multiplayer like versus your friends game than GoldenEye for me anyway. Like that is the one.
That's a very strong list, and I'm with you right there on GoldenEye. I love that game, even though I didn't grow up with a Nintendo 64. That's one I played a few years ago, not too long ago, but every time I go back to it, I just love that game. It is the first game I think about when it comes to that console, and that is a very, very strong list. And it's quite varied as well. You got Pokemon, you got Gears of War, you got Left 4 Dead. I like that. Yeah,
I'll play most things. Like there's definitely stuff that I've put more time into than others. Like I'd say the Gears, but it's all in phases. Like those are like almost like I played them for like 2 years. Like each of those games like was like my that was my like, do you know what I mean? That was my go-to game for that like year or whatever. I could have put Call of Duty in there, like easy. And I'd probably go like World at War or Modern Warfare 2, like that kind of era. 360 era. I think that was one of what I spent probably the most time playing for Xbox 360, I'd guess, if I had to. Or N64. Those two were like my peak. From like 12 to like 20, they're like your peak. You've got the time. All your friends are gaming. Do you know what I mean? Like it's the heyday of like that, I think, like in your life. I don't get as much time to game now. So like, I haven't, there's only been like a couple of games recently that I've really like gone all in on. So like I think it's like that's your core memories almost, like I said, with those games for sure.
Oh yeah, 100%. And what I'm really appreciative now is I think a lot of us of this age group or this generation are actually going back to rediscover games of years past. And because of YouTube, it's being documented for everyone to see. So people are going back to enjoy those games that they used to enjoy in the formative years. And people are being able to either appreciate it or, youngins are now being able to see, oh, this is what gaming was like before microtransactions ruined everything. That's cool. So I'm very much a fan of that. I'm a proponent of that. I think it should happen more, and I hope that the price of old games and old consoles drop a little bit, because I don't think it's fair to be charging triple figures for a cartridge.
Yeah, I know. That's why that's probably the other reason I only have 2 games for the N64 and 5 for the Game Boys, because I can't afford any more really. And like the ones I'd want are probably niche, like I don't know, like Jurassic Park. I would have thought, I don't know, that's like one of my favorites. I've got it still, but if that broke, I don't know what I'd be trying to find it again. Probably triple digit. Yeah. No, I'm with you. I do think I said about Game Pass, like there's a few N64 games on that as well. Like
nice.
Well, I don't know. Was it N64 or am I misremembering? But Banjo and Kazooie. I've got my
No,
daughter.
yeah, that's a
my
64
daughter's-
game. Yeah,
Yeah, my daughter's playing that. She likes playing that with me,
nice.
and she's 4. And I just feel like that's like so much easier to play. So she asked to play that, and we play that. So I definitely think I'm with you. I'm like I've dropped back in. I never finished that game like Banjo and Kazooie. I think I got a bit lost on it. I'm already lost on it now. Actually, can't figure out where to get the extra puzzle pieces from. If anyone's got a walkthrough of Banjo and Kazooie, like hit me up on Insta. As me and my daughter are stuck on it. But yeah, I need to watch some walkthroughs or something on YouTube. But yeah, no, I definitely think there's a case for going back to old games for sure.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. And I want to be clear, I'm not shitting on modern games either. Modern games are also great.
I got last game, like it was a while back, but a Days Gone I got lost in for
really good game. Yeah.
I got that game, and I think my wife went out. She was out that night or something, and I was like, sick. I'm just going to sit down in the dark. The classic, just like 7 o'clock till like midnight. Snacks. I was all set. You know, when you just like can just session like on this game.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever been so scared in my life. I didn't realize there was so many like jump scares. Like I was clearing the first. Have you played it?
I've seen enough. Yeah.
You clear like underpasses from like cars, and you're like moving through, and you just got a torch in the dark. But it's like field of vision, so you can't really see anything left or right unless you turn, and just stuff jumps out of you. And like, yeah, it just caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting it. I should have been expecting it. As soon as they put you in the dark, like, and close the field of vision in, I should have been like, this is obvious. I see where this is going. But yeah, I didn't. And like, yeah, I just remembered like she came in, and I was like, oh, like when she came in the door, and she was like, are you all right? I was like, I've been playing this for like 5 hours. I'm on edge, like really on edge. So I'm one of the people, I'm either all in or nothing on some games. So yeah, that was probably the last one, like recent games that I'm like proper like all in on.
That is such a big compliment. I hope Ben Studio see this somehow, because there was a lot of contention not too long ago, a few years ago, because I assume you finished Days Gone, right?
Yeah.
So the way they finish it, it's kind of open enough for hey, sequel. And PlayStation were not green lighting a Days Gone 2, which upset the director especially, but the dev team who really worked hard on that game. So I'm really happy that people did really enjoy that game who played it. I think a lot of the hate and the negativity about that game comes from people who just didn't play it because it wasn't their cup of tea, which is fair. But I think the opinion of those who actually played the game should matter more. Green light, Days Gone 2.
Yeah, no, I'd be in straight away, 100%. Like I said, I loved it. I thought it was a great game.
Yeah, like there's a lot of Walking Dead and your typical horror zombie apocalypse settings, but I think they did enough to like make it different video game wise. Like
100%.
Yeah, centering around the modes. It's like
I love zombie stuff, so like it was hence why you had one zombie game in my answer. Left 4 Dead. Like I love zombie stuff, always have done. Massive Walking Dead fan. Yeah, so I was always going to get bought into that game, like Days Gone. But yeah, so I agree. I think I'm second one. I'm all over, definitely.
Nice.
Let's do it.
I'll quickly say hello, a very late hello to Jancy Jenny Pagua. I'm so sorry. Please come back and tell me how to pronounce your name. Haley Robinson. I hope you are good. Hope you are having a blessed day. Thank you very much. And of course, the phenomenal one's back saying Bomberman is such a goated game. He knows ball. And so do you, Danny. So we talk about your first game, your favorite game. How does that moment happen when you go from, I really want to get into the industry. I want to get more into video games. When does that moment happen?
It kind of, that was, it's like not the best answer. Like it was almost an accident, a pleasant accident. But it wasn't actually let's get into game. It was let's get into music back in the day. So I used to be in like a couple of bands and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, I want to be in a band. Like, that's what I want to do. And then gamed a lot as well. But that was like, gaming didn't really feel like a job, whereas it felt like, I don't know, listening back to the music, probably I didn't have a chance in the band, but like it felt like there was more of a chance of doing the band than getting into gaming, right? Like, what am I gonna do in gaming? I didn't really understand like the industry. You're talking like I'm 37, so you're talking like 20 years ago, pretty much. Like, I didn't know you could, I don't know, work in marketing and gaming or whatever. Like, it just didn't feel like a thing. So yeah, I was like in music, wanted to be in music. I started working in HMV, like record store, like local one. Absolutely loved it. And that was just gaming, music, and films, which is literally my, like, you put me in any one of them three and I'm like happy. Like, it's my happy place. Like, I listen to so much music, watch so many films, series, and yeah, play lots of games. So like, I was like, that's my happy place. Sick place to work. I worked there for like 6-7 years. It just in the shop. And I was really into like tech, which I still am now, obviously working in Logitech, gear and stuff like that. And like a job randomly came up internally for like a bit of like, it was almost like an intern. It was like a marketing assistant in like the head office. And I was like, but it was in tech and gaming. And I was like, oh, I know about tech and gaming, but I know absolutely nothing about marketing. And I was like, they were quite good. HMV have always been really good at like, they promote from within a lot, as much as they can. And I was like, if there's ever going to be a chance that maybe they let this like idiot from the shop come and have a go, like, this is it. Like, this is my chance. So I am like a massive example of just shooting your shot as much as possible. Like, I've moved job 4 different times at Logitech. Every time's just been from like asking and shooting my shot at something that's probably above where I was at right there. But I like one of the best bits of advice I ever got at HMV was from my then boss, and she was like, if you don't ask, you don't get, like, with stuff. So I was like, okay, cool. So like, I just carried that on. But yeah, I ended up getting this job, worked at their head office for a bit, looking after like marketing for all their tech stuff. So like headphones and speakers, and helped out with gaming and stuff like that. So yeah, it was all kind of like techie kind of stuff. Then they went into administration. Like, I think I've been like a year and a half doing this job, and I was like, oh man, I don't feel like I've done like enough there. And then I've met a ton of cool people like along the way in different brands. When you work at a retailer, you end up meeting all the brands and you spend time with them and stuff like that. And I got offered a job at a brand which at the time owned Beats, which was called Monster, or Run Beats. I can't remember how it worked. It was like they had like the license for it or something mad. If you Google it, there's a mad backstory behind it, and there's even a documentary. There'll probably be a Netflix documentary at some point, but about this whole like swindle and like all this stuff. Go and read it. There's loads of. Everyone's got their own opinion on it. But yeah, I went to work there. So I worked on like headphones and speakers and stuff like that in marketing and social for like probably like 3 years, and then went to a few other places. Worked in social media essentially, or influencer marketing, and then I actually applied originally 9 years ago, because I've been there 8 and it takes ages, like normally getting hired into places. But I applied for this job that I'm doing right now and didn't get it. But the whole time when I spoke to them, I'd like, they'd obviously known that I'd been around like music and tech and that kind of stuff. It just so happened they'd just kind of in the last couple of years, Logitech's bought a few brands like over the years, and they bought a brand called Ultimate Ears. They do like the shameless plug, but they do like the portable speakers. So I started I've always got one to hand. So I started at Logi, and they were like, "Oh, you'd be perfect for that, like music, marketing. It's going to be like influencers, loads of social and all that kind of stuff." So I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." So I started here like doing that, a bit more like junior. And then, yeah, I bounced around a couple of times. I've worked for like kind of like US team for like a couple of years during COVID on like just in-house social and like influencer stuff. Done some mad projects with some crazy like celebrities and like all sorts of mad stuff. So it's been wicked. It's been such a cool ride. And then, yeah, for the last like pretty much 4 years, I've managed to get myself finally the job that I applied for 4 years later, which is like get into gaming and head up gaming for the UK, which has been amazing. And you get to do cool stuff. Don't get me wrong, like half of it's like stuff that's like got spreadsheets and all of this stuff, but like work, actual work. And then the other half's like getting to do some cool stuff like this, or DreamHack. I say DreamHack like as if it was a slog. When you're on your feet for like 10 hours a day or whatever, yeah, it's hard. But it's still fun doing cool stuff, talking about gaming. Like I'm privileged to like have this job. So yeah, that was kind of like in 5 minutes. That's my accidental on purpose how I got this job.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Oh, that's great. No, I think like
Well,
you really covered a lot in that time as well. So that's a lot of experience, and I do think the advice of you don't ask, you don't get is so powerful, so
always.
true. It's something that I take with me, which is why sometimes I ruffle some feathers. But I'm just very honest and direct with things. Like, I like this. I think you're cool. Let's do this. Maybe tact and delivery could use some work. But I do think
I think as long as
you're right.
As long as you don't expect, if you ask and someone's like, "Nah, not right now," you're like, "Okay, cool." Like I think as long as you don't take offense to it, like, and you're cool with. Like people always say that, like you've got to be cool, like knocking on 50 doors and getting 50 no's, and then you get one yes, right? Do you know what I mean? Like it's a like old school like sales thing that, but like you're gonna get turned down and turned down and turned down. Like what is that? Again, there's a sales thing. There's like every no I get, it's like one closer to a yes, right? Like the more times you ask, like there's reps again. Like the more reps, there's always a chance someone's gonna say yes, someone's gonna think and also timing's like everything. Like sometimes you ask and it's the wrong time. Like it's not necessarily that someone doesn't want to do something with you. Like people ask me to do stuff like all the time. It's like right now we're not concentrating on that, or do you know what I mean? Or I don't know. Yeah, maybe we're not. I don't know. Not doing this product right now, or we're doing a bit more focus on this, or maybe we're not working with Call of Duty streamers right now, or whatever it might be. Do you know what I mean? There's a million different ways to like look at it, but a lot of it is timing. Like it's like you can't get your timing perfect. So you just got to kind of constantly be kind of around and available sometimes on things like that. So yeah, I think ask as much as possible. Don't be annoying, but ask as much as possible.
I'm working on the don't be annoying part.
No, you're right. You're chilled. You weren't annoying.
I appreciate you. Thank you. But yeah, no, that's something that I wish I had understood when I started doing this, but I definitely understand better now of sometimes you're gonna hear no, and that's okay, especially in this weird space. We're kind of trying to build our own jobs, trying to make a living for us. Some of us who really want to like make this the 9 to 5, we're trying to go into this for ourselves. It's weird, it's hard. There's no like real formula. There's not like like my thing was like do 2-3 years as like a intern and then you get promoted, and then like there's no ladder. It's like a zigzag, right? It's not obviously you got great examples like Mr. Beast, and then you've got other people who have been in this for 20, 30, 40 years, and it's like they are still making a decent, honest living, but there's not enough to do it full time. So it's really hard, and being able to accept that. Yeah, sometimes I will request stuff, and it's a no, and just not being like, oh well, fuck that brand and fuck that person. It's never that. It's
some people are. Take offense. It's not. It's never about you. It's never about you. It's 9 times out of 10. Like I say, it's timing or something else. Like it's never normally not about. Everyone seems to think like, oh, they said no to me. Like, oh, you always hear these things like I'm blacklisted or like blah blah blah. Like, I honestly guarantee, like, I don't think I've got. I said it before. I think there's like one person on our blacklist. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like not a thing. Like, it's just not realistic.
I mean, obviously. Like I mentioned at the start of this episode, your Logitech masterclasses are always very valuable, and then it's not, of course, and it's not every one of those that we get invited to. So understanding that, hey, I didn't get blacklisted is a perfect example of that, right? So
it goes up and down with masterclass as well. Sometimes I can, and that's like I'll be honest. Sometimes it's like I haven't got the budget to hire a mad venue this quarter, but we still want to do it. Like, so, okay, we're going to do it in our office, and it's going to be like 30 people, and it's going to be about something specific, and we think those 30 people would benefit most from from that. Do you know what I mean? Like, and sometimes it's like
Yeah.
that. Sometimes it's like, I know you're in London and we're doing it in Birmingham, so I'm gonna invite people in Birmingham first or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like you said, it's not you. It's like, yeah. It's a situation half the time, or more than half the time.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. But you got your yes because you applied for Logitech, the role that you are in now, which is very very funny. You finished the story. I So how does that moment happen where you get to do the role that you originally applied to do 9 years ago? And when does that moment of realization go, wait, this is
Yeah, it was a weird little, I think it's funny because like the lady that does or got hired for that job is now like still here as well. So like
nice.
But she a year later ended up hiring me into that other role for the music thing. So like it's just weird serendipity of it as well. Like if like I'd have got, I don't know, if I'd have got the role, I think it maybe would have been too early for me as well. I think there was just so much I needed to learn. I think I thought I was ready for this, and like when I came in doing the speakers, it was a much smaller business like for us than the gaming was, which is obviously like massive for us. So it was like a good get your feet under the table, get your head around stuff, build up your knowledge. Do you know what I mean? Before you get given like the keys to the big car, do you know what I mean? Like it was like that kind of thing. And I'm glad I did because there was so many things that I was just like all over the shop with and no idea. Like we were talking before we went live about like just, I said it like even just doing podcast stuff just makes you aware of how you talk and like you get good at talking. Or I don't know, people in the chat probably say we're really bad at talking in a minute after I say you get good at talking. But you know what I mean? Like you get good at being able to talk to different people and like and kind of tell a story. And like, yeah, I was awful at that. I still am now. I say like too much and too much. Like that's like the killer thing. Like again, said like right at the end there. It just happens. Like, and I'm really conscious of trying to stop it. And you have to pause a bit more. But like these are things you learn right as you go. And there's so much of that stuff at the beginning, like even beyond just talking with that first role, I definitely wouldn't have been ready for. So in a way, like I said, it was a blessing in disguise. But yeah, when it happened, I was like, this is weird. Like that I'm 5 years in, well, 5 years from when I applied, I'm getting that job. And that came from asking as well. Like at the time I was doing a different job and like my old manager, I used to stay in touch. I'm good at doing that as well. Like I actively stay in touch with people. Just drop in every now and again, drop a text to people, especially old bosses and stuff like that. Just stay on people's radar that you know you had a good relationship with. And then he was like, oh, there might be a change happening. Just we were just chatting. Like it wasn't like oh, do you want to come do this? And I was like, oh, when are you doing that? And he was like, oh, in probably 6 months or whatever. I think there's going to be like this role coming up or whatever. And I was like, okay. And I was like, I want it. He was like, oh, okay, like kind of thing. And I said, yeah, like, that's a bit of me. Like I said, I don't know if you remember, but I actually applied for that a long time ago, and you gave it to someone else. I was like, I reminded him, and then I was like, it'd be cool to get a chance to do it this time. And then yeah, it ended up being a real thing. But yeah, it was it was cool. It was nice. Like I said, I think it didn't hit me at first. I was just like, that'd be cool. And then I was like, yeah, actually, I did apply for that originally.
Look at that. You became a perfect fit for that. And I think that's
4 years later.
But I do think, the accountability is really beautiful to see because you being able to look back and go, you know what, maybe that would have been too much too soon for me. And I think that's something that I think us as humans, us as adults, don't really have the conversation about. It's all go. What's the next thing? What's the next thing? And there are reasons for that, but I do think it's healthy to actually go, you know what, I wasn't ready.
Yeah.
And you actually have the proof of you are now ready. Yeah. Because you can now go, I wasn't ready then, I am ready now. And you've been hitting it ever since.
Yeah. You think you're ready until you're like, someone says, like, go. Do you know what I mean?
Do this. Yeah.
You got the they're like run, and you're like, I've got the wrong size shoes on. Do you know what I mean? Like, like what? Like, yeah. So yeah, I do think building up's good. I do say sometimes you got to jump as well. Like you just got to go for things as well. So
Yes.
it's a bit of both.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, there's no one set rule on how to navigate life. I do think there's definitely an aspect of sometimes you just have to jump in faith, take that leap.
Yeah, you'll figure it out.
Yeah. Sometimes it is like that, and maybe you'll fail, which isn't the worst thing in the world. That's something
you'll
other
learn.
people.
Someone once said to me as well, like you don't 9 times out of 10 you don't remember the things that like went really well. You remember the things that went wrong, and that means you generally don't do them again unless you don't learn. And then like you generally like something goes wrong now, or I ask a question to like someone in my team will say something and I'll be like, yeah, should we last time we did that this happened, like how do we make sure that doesn't go wrong? Do you know what I mean? Last time we forgot this, or I don't know, this person didn't turn up, or we had a nightmare with the panels or whatever. I'm just talking about masterclass there, like just one thing. But yeah, like someone didn't turn up, the mics didn't work, whatever. There's no, I don't know, whatever, all of this stuff. But yeah, you learn every time, and then you add it to the list of like, oh, check that, that one thing that went wrong last time, check that 3 things that went wrong the last 3 times. So yeah, you just build up a bit of knowledge, and then you get a bit of a sixth sense for that sort of stuff as well. I feel I can see where something's going to go wrong before it goes wrong over time, but that takes ages. Like, so you got to mess up a bunch of times before you do that.
Yeah, again, that's the reps that we were talking about. Like,
exactly. Bad reps.
So I think most of the time, no one starts out being good at something that's really difficult.
Exactly.
So I think people need to forgive themselves and give themselves grace as well, especially in the early stages. If you're 3 years into something and you're still bad at it, maybe it's time for a conversation. But I think if you're just starting out, you are going to make those mistakes. You are going to forget a mic. You are going to forget to pay an invoice. These things happen every now and then. But like you said, learning, especially from the mistakes, is one of the strongest things that adults can do. People can do, kids as well. Like, so it's definitely something that I think shouldn't go under the radar. And you mentioned being a better speaker as well. I would definitely say for me, starting this podcast 7-8 years ago has definitely made me a better speaker. But I still catch myself when I go or and I hate it when I do that. I had a really bad habit of trying to edit out all the ums in my early episodes. So they used to take me like 5 weeks to edit.
This is me with my podcast. And now I did the first one, and then I was just like, there's gonna be no words in this, because every other word was like an like, do you know what I mean? It's not gonna be any illegible sentences in this, because everything was there. Like if you but yeah, the only thing you can do, the is like I have to pause more.
Yeah.
And you don't have to say like. That's the other thing I realized. I can just start the next sentence. Yeah. Because then you could go like blah blah blah. But you just end up putting like in as an Like it's the same thing. It's like a like is at the beginning pause, and an is like at the end of a sentence. I don't know. They're both kind of a pause, but they both just don't sound as swish as you could. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I definitely know what you mean there. I think it's a very bad habit picked up by American TV.
Yeah, it is.
And yeah,
no,
I mean, the only way. No more Big Bang Theory.
Yeah,
no more Friends.
Exactly.
No more Jersey Shore.
No. Jersey Shore, legendary.
And yeah, again, it's one of those things where the only way you get really good at it is by practicing and working on it. And definitely, with me editing those previous episodes, I appreciated, I probably just talk like that in regular conversations. We're just not having a mic. We're not recording. All right, let's work on that.
100%.
But this, I would say this has been a good conversation. Podcast has definitely helped you. It's definitely helped me. So let's get into that podcast. ROI or die. I think for me, a name is so powerful, and I love the name ROI or die. Tell me about the inspiration behind the name and where the idea came from.
It came from doing the masterclass things, which if people don't know what they are, but it's like it was somewhere between like it was like a live podcast interview kind of style thing that we started doing at Logitech, and we only were inviting creators. So the whole idea was, I think we had a conversation with a couple of creators, and they were like, it's such a like lonely space sometimes. You're just editing your own video, listening to yourself say like and 50 times. Do you know what I mean? Just editing your own things in your own world. And we were talking, I think, with that creator about how we talk internally, and I'll talk to the French team and the German team, and then you all share things that you've been up to, and people are like, oh, that's sick, we should do that, or how did you do that, or blah blah blah, and these cool loads of ideas come up. And essentially for creators there wasn't that, and we said that would be really cool to like get some good creators together and have other creators be able to ask them questions. Like that was how it originally came about. And then we said, should we make it like a kind of talk show sort of style, have a host? And then it was going to be a podcast at first. I think we recorded like the first one. I think we've done 8 now in the last 3 years. And that was a weird one because basically I think it was the first one, someone was like, oh, the host's like not turned up or something. And or something weird like that. Or can you, like a day before or something, can you do us a favor kind of thing? And I was like, oh, yeah, okay, cool. Because like I said, I've always been known as being fairly knowledgeable in these things. So like, you're more knowledgeable than everyone else. Do you want to just do it because maybe you can have a bit of input? And so I did the first one, and I came off, and I did the whole thing, spoke, asked the questions, had a really good conversation. I don't know, asked someone that was in the audience that day whether it was actually any good or not. But I felt like, I was like, oh, that went better than I thought it was going to. And I wasn't as nervous as I thought I was going to be. And I actually weirdly maybe even enjoyed that. Like it was odd, like feeling, because I thought I was going to, I don't know, at work, sometimes it's like stand up and do a presentation in front of like 20 people. It's horrible. Like no one enjoys it. And I thought it was going to be like that, but it was actually just a chat. And by the time you start talking like this, I kind of forget we're live or forget that there was other people in the room, just talking to that person. And yeah, I was like, this is really cool. And then I've done like 8 of those now. And every time I've done a panel at the beginning, and then it's gone from me doing that to like doing an intro at the beginning and then introducing the panels, and kind of before you know it, you're kind of like semi-hosting the thing. And it was like a pleasant accident, but I really enjoyed it, and I really enjoyed the conversations with the creators. That said, I was like, I don't feel like there's anything like that for like my equivalent kind of like role for other marketeers. So in this space, so I was like, oh, it'd be cool to like get other people in the marketing world, and maybe even I think I will eventually. Like there's so many cool creators out there that I'd like to talk to, because I feel like they run their content as if it is like a business, and like that there's a marketing head on them as to how to get the content out, how to get followers, and how to get them to, I don't know, whatever, subscribe to their Substack or whatever it might be. Do you know what I mean? There's a formula and like some logic behind how they run things. And I was like, it'd be really cool to just like pick those people's brains. And I said to you before, like before we started talking, like having a podcast is like a really good way of being able to ask people, probably for me anyway, that are above my level, if they want to come and do something. But because everyone has a bit of an ego, even if it's not like a classic ego as you think about it. But yeah, saying, do you want to come on my podcast? People are like, yeah, cool. Whereas saying, have you got half an hour for a Zoom? Like, doesn't sound anywhere near as good, does it? So yeah, do you want to be on my podcast? So I said I've had like 2 CEOs on the first 2, purely because I was like, said, do you want to be on my podcast? Luckily, I knew both of them like a little bit and had built a relationship with both of them. So it was really cool. But I'd always wanted to just sit there and like ask some questions for half an hour. But yeah, you don't get to do that without it being weird in the middle of a meeting with like 30 other people there. So yeah, I was like, if I did this, I could just chat to interesting people. That, and I can never make enough content is the other one. So like I feel like doing this is cool. Like, and hopefully there's some value to it. And I've been around a little while that I kind of know a little bit, I think. I hope. And yeah, so I was like, it'd be cool to also have a bit of a content factory, so I can like clip things out of it, and like everyone does with their podcasts these days. But that was like the thought. For those that don't know, ROI is like such a like marketing term, which is return on investment. So it's like if I give you £1 and you give me £5 back, it's an ROI of 5 to 1. So it's basically like it's like gambling almost. We're going to spend this much and we expect to sell this much, essentially. And it's like everywhere within marketing. Anyone you speak to, you go on LinkedIn, you talk about what's the ROI? Is it a good ROI? Blah blah blah. You get asked it all the time as a marketer. And I had a couple of different marketing kind of jokey titles. What was it? I'd get ROI or die trying, and then I was like, I was going for like album again. Going back to the music thing, I was going like album vibe with it. And then ROI or die just sounded ROI and die like obviously a similar kind of how they sound, and I was like, oh, that'd be good. And it was a bit get rich or die trying. Like it still was a bit down that road, but it felt like unique, and I also wanted it to be like, I don't know, I'm a bit more on the like DIY punk hardcore kind of like music side of things. He says wearing a Clash t-shirt. But yeah, like I'm more on that side of things with music. I was like, I also want it to sound a bit more, I want people to be happy just swearing on it and talking, being honest, and the logo to be a bit more, I don't know, just a bit more rock and roll. I don't actually like that term. That for me is like the word influencer when it comes to music, but that kind of thing is probably easiest to get, just to be a bit more like a bit more like around it, and a bit more like have that kind of a bit more attitude around it, I guess. That's a bit more kind of my style. So I just wanted it to be a funny title. I had some other ones, I'll have to find them on my notes. There was a couple that people were just, I asked a few friends and they were like, you can't call it that. Like
I want to know so badly now.
Oh, what was it? It was like, honestly, it was the stupidest names. They were like, I think that's just stupid. It was like ROI or fuck off or something like that. It was like the most stupid. Like I can't remember. I'll try and find it. I'll text you. Yeah, I'll text you.
Yes, please.
I'll text you them. But there was just like some really stupid ones, and I was like, oh, that could be cool. It was like a terminally online was one.
That's a cool one.
Because you do end up online like 24/7 when you work, especially in social as well. Like you just never 100%. Turn off. But ROI felt like really apt because it's just a word that comes up constantly.
Yeah, it's one of those ones where no matter how much of business you are familiar with that term. You've heard that term. If you've ever had a job, you probably have heard ROI before, and especially because you've come from the marketing world, the social media world, and you engage with a lot of creators. Creators are very self-taught entrepreneurs, business people in their own right. They have learned the term ROI, so from that world, they know what you mean as well. So it's a really good name.
It's horrible as well because you can't always measure the ROI on something at all. Like, what's the ROI on like starting a podcast? Like, you could argue when I get 10 views on the video that it was a waste of an hour. Do you know what I mean? Like, you could argue if you were looking at the ROIs, I spent an hour of time where I could have done an hour of, I don't know, I could have gone on Fiverr and got like a paid gig and got paid more than that or whatever for that hour. If you just look at it as like, but you can't look at it like that. Actually, I had a chat with a CEO for an hour, like that, but you can't put a number on that. But like everyone wants to, and it doesn't always mean like, that it's not the right thing to do almost. It's like, what's the ROI on opening a door for someone? No one. There's no actual ROI, but you never know. You might open the door for someone that happens to be, I don't know, whatever. Someone that is interviewing you for the job in that building. You always hear those horror stories like where someone shuts a lift on someone and it's like the person interviewing or whatever. Like you always see these mad ones on Twitter and stuff. But like I don't think there's always an ROI on stuff. Sometimes it's like a long game versus like a short game.
100%. It's very interesting, especially because you are such a gaming buff, a music buff, a tech buff, a film buff. Those are the arts. You know, those are not things that are meant to be measured with like rulers and spreadsheets and all of this stuff, but they are. You know, I mean, statistics. I'm a stats man, but statistics have somewhat ruined the arts. But you're very correct.
Marketing should be half and half for me. Like marketing, I can't remember. I heard it somewhere, so it's not. This is not my quote, but it was a really good one. But like to me, it's 50% data and 50% art. Like that's marketing. Like it can't. It's not one or the other. Because if you just go with the data, sometimes the data can throw you off. It's not always as true as you think it is. And if you just go with the creative, then you've got nothing to like actually like tangible to say whether it is working or not. So you need both. But there is like there's almost like a vibe that you need as well, like, or a taste, I guess, is also like a big thing, which again, you can't put an ROI on, like knowing if something's like the right vibe within gaming or whatever it might be. Do you know what I mean? Like being close to things, being 100%. In the culture a little bit is like probably underrated as well. So like, I think it's that's why I thought it was a cool name. I just think it comes up a lot, and I could probably live without it coming up all the time. So it's a bit tongue in cheek.
No, it's a great name. I am a big fan. So you've had 2 CEOs on. Is that going to be the caliber of guests that we can expect? Bosses,
no, that was my 2 big hitters straight away. That's it now. Be my mum on the next one. I want to like be ambitious with it, but equally to like our conversation briefly a minute ago, like I think I need to just do more as well. Because I think this show, I want it to evolve already. Already I've like done 2 and I'm like, this needs to be different and that needs to be different. I want it to be the biggest thing I got from like doing the masterclass sessions was we always set out with the goal that we wanted everyone that came to go away with 3 things. They could go back to their stream, I don't know, TikTok content, whatever it is that they did in gaming, and like do that would help them either earn more money, make more connections, or make better content. So we were like, I want the podcast to do the same thing. And a few times it just got on to like stories and like chatting. And I was like, I kind of want people listening to be able to go, oh, that sounds cool. Actually, I should try that. Do you know what I mean? Or like, I hadn't thought about it like this. And just either shifts their way of thinking, like the ROI conversation there, or it's something mad they've never tried before. Oh, we've never done, I don't know, TikTok ads. We should try that because someone said it was really good and it's like had a mad effect. So I wanted to ask people questions where they actually could answer and say, we've done this and this has been like epic, and give you almost like oh, cool, we should go and try that. Like that's what I wanted it to be like. I think I went off on a tangent a couple of times, as these things do. But like I want it to be that. So I think I want to pull it back to that, and I'm trying to figure out a way at the moment in the questions and that kind of thing, and to how to setting up the flow is hard. Like it's actually like, again, like legit hard to get a nice flow to it. Still feel like a conversation, but still get the points across. Yeah, it's tough. Yeah. Hard job you've got.
It's not easy. I don't know what to add to that. It's not easy. Making it feel natural, making it feel authentic, but also you have specific points that you want to hit. You have specific questions, and obviously the guest most of the time is very excited to be on the podcast. So it's like, okay, this, and then all these new thoughts start coming out. And not necessarily shutting that down, because you want the guests to feel good and feel comfortable, but you have a specific goal in mind. So it's a tightrope to balance. But like I've said to you, honestly, you're a great orator. You know your stuff when it comes to games. So if anyone can do it, I definitely think you can.
Gonna try.
And you've only done 2 episodes. This is
that's what I said. I need to keep just get my head down and get on with it.
I think I've done like 100 before I felt comfortable on this.
Fine. Yeah, I've got ages to figure out.
Yeah, you're fine. You'll be fine. And on that note, I do want to thank you for coming on the podcast. It would be selfish of me to demand all of your evening, even though I could talk to you for hours on end. Where can people find out about your ROI or Die podcast and follow you in general?
So ROI or Die is on YouTube. You can just search ROI or Die, and on Spotify as well. So I put it up on both, video on both as well. If you want to look at me for some strange reason. I always just do the audio and stuff. So I'm always on the train and stuff like for work. So I just find audio version's easier. So yeah, it's on Spotify and YouTube. Just search ROI or Die. And then if you want to find me, I'm just Danny Cartel Clayton. So Cartel Clayton on TikTok, Instagram, on X. It's Danny Cartel Clay on X because I didn't have enough characters. Oh, I had too many characters for that name. But I was to what you were saying with your handle and your name. Like I wanted it to just be the same on everything. And yeah, I put all the clips. I put all the clips from ROI or Die up on my pages, and the channel is just literally the Spotify and the YouTube because I want to use the clips for kind of like my content, I guess. And I've got a little bit of a bit of a following. It's not much, like 1,000 followers or whatever. So I wanted to keep the content going on there as opposed to starting another page. It's just hard to like manage all of them, right? So yeah, if you want to find me, I'm on there at Danny Cartel Clayton or ROI or Die on wherever you watch your podcasts or listen to them.
That's another great reason to have a podcast because you get to flex and go wherever you get your podcasts.
Yeah, wherever you. As if anyone doesn't just use Spotify or YouTube, but yeah.
I think a lot of people use Apple.
Yeah, I use the Apple Podcast app actually quite a bit. Yeah. But I got this weird thing where I've got a couple of podcasts that I listen to on the Apple app and a couple that I listen to on Spotify. It's just podcasts, and I've got a Spotify subscription, but I listen to some on the podcasting app on my phone. I think I started on the podcast app, and I used to use, I think I had like Deezer for a bit way back when, and so I didn't have them on Spotify, but it's felt weird to move over to Spotify with them because I know where I was at with the episodes. And such a creature of habit with stuff like that, even though I'm techie.
No, that actually makes a lot of sense. Yeah, Deezer's another one. Yes, and we'll put all of those links in the description and in the comments wherever you get your podcasts, of course, so you can go and follow Danny Cartel Clayton and the ROI or Die podcast. And once you're done doing that, why don't you support the Streamcast? We are right here on YouTube, youtube.com/Streamcast. Subscribe, like the video if you're watching this, and leave a comment. Anything that you want to know more about Danny.
Yeah, I'll jump in the comment on the ROI one. So yeah, if you've got a question, fire away.
Of course. And I had something else. I lost it.
Sorry,
it's all good. Live content. We are. You can also get this wherever you get your podcasts. That includes Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Castbox is another really popular platform with our listeners. So you can get us on Castbox. I think we're on Deezer and Amazon as well. So wherever you get your podcasts, you can check out the Streamcast. Almost all 139 episodes. One of them got taken down recently. I'm working on getting that recovered. What's this space? But we have a ton of amazing content coming your way, including the very slogan of Streamcast, bringing people together through gaming. It's our 11th monthly games night on the 7th of May, the first Thursday of each month. We're going back home to Zombie Games Cafe, which is Northwest London. The first Thursday of May from 7 p.m. Make sure you be there because whether it's video games, board games, card games, party games in general, it's always a good time. Let your hair down, remove the stress from work or from the home. Let us be your third place. And yeah, you never know, you might leave with some new friends. And the last thing I need to promote, the very next episode of the Streamcast is next Monday, the 20th of April. You won't have long to wait because God of War turns 8 years old. And because of that, I'm going to host a very, very, very tough quiz. If you want to know how tough, check out the last one, the Pokemon quiz to celebrate 30 years. Some of those people still won't talk to me. So it will be well worth the wait. The quiz will be just as hard as the games. And this Thursday, I'm also going to be streaming Dragon Ball Z Budokai 2 on this very channel and my personal channel as well. So again, I'll put a link in the description and the comments, so don't miss that. This Thursday, Throwback Thursday, going back in time to play old games and consoles to find out whether they were actually good or if I'm blinded by nostalgia. Wait, I did the wrong thing. Hold on. There we go. I'm a professional. Thank you once again, Danny, so much for coming on the Streamcast. I really appreciate it. Yeah, of course. And I think we did get one more. Hi, Dana. Hope you have an amazing rest of your week. Same to you, Danny. I hope you have an amazing week. That is it. We'll take care of yourselves and your loved ones. Stay safe. Keep on gaming. We'll see you on the next Streamcast.